Sabbath day.
I'm sorry, but you'll have to pay.
Put down your pack, you must obey the rules.
If that's not sin, then nothing is. That woman wearing all that frizz, she acts like God's rules don't apply to her.
It always seems so clear to me whenever I read prophecy. Salvation for all these is in the rules.
Of course they're right, but I think these guys simply have no clue, or else they felt on thanking us for all the strife that we endure, just to help prevent them from facing the fiery wrath of a terrible God.
You may despise us now, but it's for your own good, you can be sure.
Yes, it's a thankless job, this ignoramus mob. They may hate our guts, our rules and our ruts, but someday they'll see, just like you and me, and they'll thank us thrice. All our fasting, prayer, and sacrifice.
I find that when we integrate with all these foreign reprobate, their heathen ways impede on all the rules.
It's true, but we must recognize their covenantal compromise. They always keep their distance from the rules. Here's another chance to share a holy, wholesome rabbinical prayer. She seems to have been sick for quite some time. Again our worth is proven true.
Again we see our good name through.
Don't thank us, but pay homage to the rules.
Did you see that? I don't believe they even noticed our good need. I hope they have not met up with that fellow come from Galilee. I tell you it means no good. What's this world coming to?
When a man says he's God,
We better crack down hard, we don't want no blasphemy.
yes, it's a thankless job, this ignoramus mob. They may hate our guts, our rules and our ruts, but someday they'll see, just like you and me, and they'll thank us thrice. All our fasting, prayer, and sacrifice.
Hey, is begging work?
I'm not begging.
Seems to have acquired a talent or two.
I'm just sitting here, and here's this cup, and you can put things in it if you want, but I'm not begging.
Is that sweat on your brow?
No. My forehead is evaporating. Yes, it's sweat. It's hot outside.
Ah, work! Come along, chap. Let's get you to some shade. You've got to obey the rules like everybody else.
Well, that's easy for you to say. I bet you're eating like everyone else today.
Now, this guy does have a slight point.
Oh?
I mean, it's much easier to condemn normal people for their ignorance.
Normal?
But this guy has a pretty good reason for his ignorance.
I'm not ignorant.
Quite true, but I doubt his infirmity will help protect him from the wrath of God when the Lord demands recompense for his sins.
I'm not ignorant.
Ah, but consider why this fellow is blind in the first place. He sinned.
I haven't sinned.
His parents sinned.
My parents are good people.
This particular fellow has been blind since birth, am I right?
Depends.
So I believe the fault would have to lie with his mother and father.
Yes, so this man is living out penance for his sins already.
You poor wretched soul.
It's no wonder God doesn't hear your prayers, young man.
You should consider sacrificing a gray goat. I hear they are quite useful in ridding one of the more exceptionally wicked sins.
I haven't sinned.
Though they are rather rare.
Amen, another good deed.
I can almost see God grinning.
Yes, it's a thankless job, this ignoramus mob. They may hate our guts, our rules and our ruts, but someday they'll see, just like you and me, and they'll thank us thrice. All our fasting, prayer, and sacrifice, our suffering and our shame, our strife and pain, and faithful dedication to the
Here's a talent. Go get yourself a new coat. This one's beginning to look like camel's feet.
No, like camel's cud.
They're the same thing.
Thanks. Probably belonged to me anyway.
It's that way.
Funny. I always thought it looked rather dashing. Brings out my eyes.
Am I really that different? I mean, I ask you, why me? That you torment me so endlessly, call me ignorant, yet it's you who sent me to beg here at these gates. Are you gods, no longer men, that you would point at others and call their sin? This list of rules you give us, you think it frees us, but it binds so deep within. Have you ever looked at the world through the eyes of a blind man? You'd be surprised how much I see, how much this wretched world tells me, through the bitterness and tears, and the pain through all the years. Is this really our promised land? Have you ever looked at the world through the eyes of a blind man? You never see the day, you never know your way. How could this be God's plan? What did I ever do to deserve the eyes of a blind man? What could the evil possibly be to demand such a penance? I am forced to live a life no one would ever choose to live, forced to play the part of a fool by a gift that the Lord would not give. Have I not already repented for the eyes of a blind man? I've done all I ever could, and yet you demand more.
Rise again.
your promises fulfill? Or could it be your will that has brought me here? Oh Lord, forgive me. Inside I'm beautiful, inside I'm true. Though outside the years of abuse are showing through. I know that it's a sinful trait, but is God ever there anyway?
I've studied the law, believe me, I know what God said. But the zeal for his cause, it's all in my head. It's been thousands of years, and it hasn't got as far. Oh Lord, where is your truth inside my heart?
Can God see beyond this veil? And no, I'm not just for sale, 'cause no one else ever looks within. Am I not also one of you? Can I not also serve your God? And yet you turn your back and live like you weren't born to bear his love. Oh Lord, you promised Abraham that through us you would bless the world.
You've left us in the dark. It's been 400 years
Since you even spoke the word.
These people live in their own world. They fail to see reality.
I know I've searched all that I know.
If they could only prove to me.
Inside my heart I'm beautiful. We endure another 400 years. Inside my heart is stained and torn. But God is never there anyway.
But Lord, I hope that I'll pull through and rise again to live life without this pain. Your promises fulfill, or could it be your will that has brought me here? Oh Lord, forgive me.
You told us through Moses and Father Abraham that you would send your salvation to our land. But these men, they say salvation comes through rules and laws and sacrifice. But I've tried and I just don't understand. It may have worked for David to offer a lamb as a sacrifice, but with every sacrifice I give, I seem to lose the only hope for which I live.
Lord, who sinned that this man is blind? Himself or his parents?
No one sinned. This man is blind so that God's glory can be shown in his life.
You promised your salvation. I'm crying out for salvation. Lord, where is your salvation for me?
Washed in the pool of Siloam.
can see. I can see. Tree. I can see that's a tree. And you're a man. I can see that. And you're a woman. I can see that. And you have beautiful eyes.
What happened?
Isn't this odd?
What do we make of it?
Weren't we just with him?
A man born blind can see. A man born blind can see. Tim, I tell you, he's here. That man from Galilee. That man who says he's God. Man is a disease. Yes, my fellow rabbis, fate has brought him here, where other men have faltered. We must persevere. Our law is God, so we have a right to take action to expedite. We must stomp out this great contamination before it's too late. His plan is very obvious. He's never hard to spot. He simply makes the people think he's someone that he's not. And with his heathen disrespect, he'll steal from us the crowds elect. We must stomp out this great contamination before it's too late.
Your zeal lacks intelligence, my friends. Take a moment and listen to reason. If this man is really a fraud, then like all other frauds, he'll just die out with his season. But for us to assume we can simply decree his doom is a bit far-fetched and aloof. He's got crowds on his side, he's got spunk, he's got pride, and I'm afraid, friends, that we have no proof.
Writings of Moses, we are explicitly directed to observe the Sabbath through honor and protect it.
Do you need any more proof than that?
Then what?
Than sin and caught in the very act.
Wait a minute. Do you mean to tell me that healing qualifies as work? Well, forgive my indecision, friend, but you're acting like a jerk.
If you ask me, he's out of our league. Let's leave him be, maybe he'll leave.
We must stomp out this great contamination before it's too late. Bring the blind man, the formerly blind man, and his parents.
Got to be kidding.
Why would I jest? This healing is simply one more reason for those ignorant people to put off our ancient God-given customs for this man's fancy schmancy newfangled ways. Well, I say, let's show these crowds how glorious this Jesus really is. We have a witness. He knows of a crime against the laws of Moses. We've got him this time. Judgment is here, friends. Why should we wait? We've got the crime and we've got the bait. Let's not tarry any longer. We've got him this time. I give you the blind man.
What's this? Is he who I think he is? Why can you see?
Well, the man put mud in my eyes, and I washed and I can see.
Who?
Jesus. Rabbi, it's that man from Galilee. He's here.
That's what people tell me it is, but I never actually saw him.
We know this man is not from God, as most of you may assume. For this man does not keep the Sabbath.
But how could somebody who is not from God do such a miracle? Maybe the little wretch is going mad.
You! Beggar! What do you have to say about him? It was your eyes he opened.
Maybe he's a prophet.
Ah, the blind man's parents. Is this your son?
The one who was blind.
Who can see now?
Because some fools who healed him.
Yeah? He's the one. Came from these areas, he did. He's blind, too. But as for why he now sees and who healed him, we don't know. Ask him. He is of age. He will speak for himself.
All right, blind man, give the glory to God. We know this man is a sinner.
I don't know, maybe he is a sinner. All I know is that once I was blind, now I can see. Were his disciples there?
What did he do?
How did he open your eyes?
I already told you, weren't you listening? Are you deaf? You're so interested, it sounds like you want to be his disciples yourself.
You insolent beggar!
I knew you were trouble from all along.
You are his
Don't
disciple.
do this. Quiet! We are the disciples of Moses, for we know God spoke to Moses. As for this man, we do not even know where he is from.
There! That! Hey! It's worth writing down. You all claim to know so much, and you don't even know where this man is from. You healed my eyes! You once told me that God doesn't listen to sinners, am I right? And you! Something about a gray goat? You all said that God only hears those who do holy and righteous actions. Well, excuse my doubt, but are you incapable of ministering God's power like this man? No one's ever heard of healing blindness. No one aside from God could have done this.
Heretic! You were steeped in sin from birth, and you think to lecture us? You are a worthless blind bastard, and you always will be. Get him out of here!
We must stop out this great contamination before it's too late.
To ask them why they see and why God had victimized me. Once they used to tell me that I had sinned, and yet now, when everything has changed, they say that I'm deranged. A heretic am I. cry. I can't believe my eyes. This overwhelming peace. Yet everything around me seems to say there simply is no way for a blind man to see. You've parted the water, you fed starving souls, you have proven your power over and o'er. Yet everything around me seems to say there simply is no way for a blind man to see. Open up my eyes, let me see your world. I'd give up these eyes to understand your word. Open up my eyes, let me see your face. Something deep inside of me knows there's more beyond this
Do you believe what the prophets have foretold? That the world would behold a man, God's only Son. Do you believe that it's true that he stands here in front of you? My son, I've recognized your cries. You need no longer grieve, for I offer you new life. Simply must receive. I can open up your eyes if you would but believe.
I cried out, Lord, you heard my desire. Blessed be the name of God Most High. You came, you come, I know you hear and you say, blessed be the Lord God Jesus Christ.
Open up my eyes, open up your eyes, open
world that those who are blind may see, and that those who think they see may be made blind.
But all those years, where were you?
If you had never been blind, where would be the miracle that you now see? Don't forget this miracle of love. Never forget this